Hey everyone, I'm James Jumper here, otherwise known as Tape Deck Reviews. Welcome back to another episode of Lockdown Sessions. Today with me I have a very special guest, Jack Ward. We're going to be getting into some funky topics. Anyway, Jack, you want to introduce yourself?
Hello. I'm Jack.
So, Jack, we're going to jump straight in here. Lockdown, the second lockdown, your thoughts and opinions on it?
Second lockdown, it's weird for me. Because in the first lockdown, everyone was in kind of the same boat, if you get me. Like, I didn't feel bad about being in lockdown because everyone else was in lockdown. But now, like, they're saying how it's at the highest ratings, or like, in cases.
We're all fine.
But in the UK... Yeah, I heard you say that, but, like, is how it is. But, like, they're saying how the cases are really high, whilst I'm sitting on the 410 going to college and just...
It's fine.
Throws you out.
It's fine. College has it under control. Okay, no.
College does have it under control compared to other schools.
No, I mean,
college has done it very well.
For what they're doing, they're a lot more strict on locking down. Like, we're getting a constant message saying, wear your mask in the shop, we want to keep everyone safe, which I think is admirable, like, really admirable for a college to say that.
It's still annoying, though, as you're only in half days.
No, it's weird because I'm used to doing like full days from like 9 till 4:30, but now it's so weird that I'm going in at 9, coming home at 10:30, and it's like, what is this?
And my mum was like, "Are you ever in college? You were home at like 11 yesterday."
Like online lessons, online lessons.
I have to rush home then an hour.
Sorry. An hour and a half. Yeah, I know, you rush so fucking like fast to get home. Like, half the reason I started a podcast was because I had to buy a mic and fucking what's it called again? The thing that you see out of a camera for online lessons. So like, you know what? Let's make use of it. Let's start a shitly produced podcast where I bring on sweaty teenagers who are probably like I've
you don't know anything about lockdown.
No, I've had Kieran Pillen on, it says it all. So lockdown, it's an iffy one, but you had some interesting things happen. Is there any movies that you've watched during lockdown? What you've glad you've seen? Anything you've
too many.
Pulp Fiction.
I probably watched Pulp Fiction. The only film I watch, actually, James, you know.
The only film you watched. What about Drive? That's a good film.
Drive, 2011, Ryan Gosling, starring Conor Bailey.
That's true. So, what have you watched? Let's hear.
In the past, 3 months, I worked out, in 3 months or something, I watched, 40 films per month. It was insane. I can't, name out films unless if I go on my letterbox right now. But it's mad how many I watched during through lockdown and just out of lockdown as well. 40 a month.
What's been the most memorable?
Ooh, let me look.
Because I know, because I remember every day, and we have a group chat for films, and every day it's in 2 films or 3 films in a day. He was averaging around 3 films a day, and he still managed to balance somewhat of a social life and coursework and shit. So he was proper going all jack of all trades, literally jack of all trades.
In October was probably my favourite month for watching films because we were allowed to go to cinemas and I watched really cool films. I was able to watch a Kieran 4K, what was amazing. Even though I went by myself, thanks, Alan.
Well, what did we see in, I know we went to cinema, me and you.
We watched Chicago 7.
That was it, that was amazing.
1st. I hope it wins so many Oscars this year.
That was a good movie. I feel like that should win. As far as films that have came out this year, probably the best one has been Sonic. No, Sonic the movie. Do you know apparently that is the highest grossing superhero movie of 2020 because of what's happened?
Oh yeah, it's been 9 years where a Marvel film hasn't been released. So Martin Scorsese's happy.
Hey, Martin Scorsese. No, I can see where Martin Scorsese's coming from with his point about Marvel, but that's a debate for a different day. But I'm glad cinemas reopened because we had a range of cinemas we went to. We went to Light, Beck and Head, the Beck and Head.
I went for a little tester where I finally went to the Odeon.
Odeon, yeah, we broke his Odeon virginity. We all took him to Odeon Liverpool to the Kinoplex.
It was still
beautiful. No, it's an amazing cinema. The toilets there are top notch. The staff there.
It doesn't feel like it cares about cinema. If you get me, when you go to the Light, it seems like they care. If you get me, this is their passion. Whilst Odeon's more of a business.
It's a corporation, dude. That's what it is. That's what Odeon is. Corporation to release some movies on. And I reckon Corona's sped up the fact that cinemas are gonna die soon.
I know, it's sad. They'll never die.
No,
But like,
they'll definitely dwindle. Like half the cinemas will close. I know a majority in the Wirral will close. I'm not quite sure Liverpool
Yeah.
one will close because that's like a big one. And I feel like
yeah, don't have it close to Odeon. And
no, I feel like it'll be in only big cities where it happens like a big major event. It'll be a bit like a concert the way it is, but not.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not that bad.
Well, cinemas are meant to just be events anyway. Really, you go for an event.
I didn't see the point why they closed. And I understand they were leisure, but there was like 0 cases what came from cinemas, which was surprising. Like barely any came from.
You can't say we're closing all of this stuff, but you know, you get to watch fucking, I don't know,
Candyman.
Candyman. Oh,
that's gonna be a movie.
It doesn't look good, but it's produced by Jordan Peele. So
Produced, but yeah, so it's gotta be good then. Jordan Peele, little rascal. But yeah, so what else have you seen? Because I know you do your TikToks.
my
What's it? Is it Crunchy Noodles? CC Runchy Noodles. That's how you want to follow him on TikTok.
CC Crunchy Noodles.
Yeah. So I know you do like top 10 films I've seen with your little indie Wes Anderson e-boy aesthetic. What's one of the best ones out of them? You reckon? Best films you've seen?
Let's do this month. The best ones I've seen.
Go on, Tia.
Oh, well, I watched Sorry to Bother You. Was just amazing. Like, oh, it's so funny. And that's on Netflix. I watched Kids. When I describe about this film, it's not going to help my point. But it's about a girl who gets HIV from this other lad in New York. It's basically Dazed and Confused, but it's more AIDS and confused instead.
Can I have permission to just cut out the description and just say I've watched Kids?
I've watched Kids, sure. I've watched Kids. Well, that's the title of the film.
I've watched Kids.
I've watched Kids.
Move on, fucking hell. Cut a court case.
I've watched 2 David Fincher films this month. Gone Girl and Seven.
You're autistic, aren't you?
I'm autistic, I would say.
Same thing. But yeah, I'm glad to see cinemas like keeping alive because the SpongeBob movie released. I know it was meant to be released in cinema. Half the movies are going on.
I was going to say cinema, wasn't it?
No. I'm just saying half the movies have moved to Netflix or Hulu or £30 Mulan scam.
I love Netflix, anyways, though.
Yeah, it's a
they
fun
release so many bangers. This.
Yeah, they've had loads to watch. Have you watched that Queen's Gambit yet?
Oh, I'm going through that. It's so good.
Watch The Crown. The Crown's amazing. The new season with Diana is great.
Hasn't it got Margaret Thatcher in it?
Yeah, it's got Maggie T in it. It's my girl,
Max.
My girlie. She shafted the miners and that, but she's my girlie. But yeah, movies, they've been a bit of a saving grace. Because I know with the second lockdown, a few things have gone. But what have you missed? Like, what are you missing right now in the second lockdown? Because there's lots what have gone, and we all take for granted. Is anything what you miss?
Just this, like, false freedom, if you get me. Like, we're still going to college and stuff. But
it's not the same.
It's not the same because I want to just go to my mate's house or something, or just anything, but like you can't. You just
there's only so many times you can walk around Birkenhead Park and think, "Wow, I'm free." Yeah,
get stabbed.
Hey, lad, you won't get stabbed. You're like 6'5", and you're like, got them muscles.
More stabbing, mate.
You got proper muscles, you Jackwood.
Yeah, Ben Shoe, me.
Go away.
Go away.
No, lad, this isn't a podcast anymore. It's a fucking evidence video.
It's evidence video.
It's evidence, lad. No, but what I've missed recently has been the interaction with humans. What hasn't been in a setting of college or on a free. Because what I loved about the first. Go on, you go first.
Like every Thursday in like the first lockdown, and we would all go down to New Brighton and stuff.
That was pog.
Can't do anything now because you're stuck in college.
That's what I was gonna say. There's a massive difference of meeting up for 90 minutes walking around Birkenhead Park than meeting up in New Brighton and deciding to get the bus down to Liverpool, like dick around Liverpool for a bit, come back and watch the sun, watch the sunset and like a few drinks in New Brighton. because that shit that shit's great, and you've kind of lost that now. And I feel like summer was great in that terms. And because as Connor said a few podcasts ago, August was like a half time, and I completely agree with that. August was like a time out for Corona because it was a little chill time.
That's the thing. Everyone goes like, "Oh well, the lockdown now. Let's just do everything we want." And I'm the blame here as well because I did it.
Yeah, same.
And the second a spike comes, what they already predicted back in like April that a second spike was going to come down in September.
Eat out to help out.
Nah, it's the government's fault now. Like, whilst we're all going out.
Unpopular opinion, I don't reckon the government should get as much blame as they get, because us as the people are big.
Blame the government whilst you see on your Snapchat story fucking thousands of people anti-mask protests. Like, oh, yeah.
It's the same people blaming the government as going the anti-mask protest. That's completely right. Like, it's the ones going, oh my god, the government's taking away my freedom, but the next minute they go out to like a gaff mid-corona. Actually, I saw someone on a story, they tested positive for corona, and they went to a Halloween gaff the next day. The next day they put on their Snapchat, I feel like pure shit, don't know what happened. You had corona.
The whole Halloween party was infected.
Like, I was talking to someone today about corona because, it's still out there, and he said to me, oh, I had it last month. I said, I was fine. Guess I'm built different. My mum built different corona.
My mum built different. Immune, they might say.
Immune to corona. So, are you going to get the vaccine? Let's say, Jack Ward, they say, Jack, we want you to be a tester. Could you...
First person.
Would you be the first person to have it?
The vaccine, because I'm so built different, you see.
You two poggers.
I'm two epic poggers moment.
I'm going to start asking people this. Do you think the COVID virus corona is blue pilled or red pilled?
I think the coronavirus is blue pilled. Because it's keeping us in society, man. It's not letting us see that the batteries in the birds are getting changed.
Yo, this is deep. Some deep thoughts.
Deep, man. I
still reckon corona was so my dad's brother's cousin's uncle's dog's fish is in a WhatsApp group, and he said the army are making corona so we'd stay inside.
Oh, and they put it in the 5G towers.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, but the woman in the Wirral who burnt down a 5G tower thinking it was giving corona.
That was my mum's juice.
Your mum.
I'm not going around playing it. Why would they be putting 5G poles around the Wirral? Get robbed.
Level. All we have here is like £10 collectively of all the citizens and the Mackies. That's all the Wirral has.
That's the bank. That's the bank of the Wirral, the Mackies.
The bank of Wirral. Well, you got the homeless guy outside. He's like doing withdrawals, some shit.
Yeah.
You've been one of my favourite / worst guests to have on.
Worst? Wow.
No, you don't get the worst category yet, because I still have some pretty not good people coming on this. So, you're not worst. Right. But before we finish up, is there anything you want to say? Any deep quotes?
A quote from my friend Kieran BUT. When I was 3. That's it. That's the quote. When I was 3.
This has been a cesspit. Anyway, I've been James Jump, otherwise known as Tape Deck Reviews. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Jack, I'll link somewhat of your social media in the comments. I'll catch you on the next episode. See you in a bit.